Welcome everyone back to Fallout 4 and our next episode. This is now on my Institute character. So up to this point I've been with the Minutemen. You can see I'm a little bit older than normally. So I've got a different character. And now we need to do the molecular level quest to get into the Institute. So we need to make our way. So for each faction we're doing a separate playthrough from this point, basically. Okay, so there's my power on. I'm going to leave that there. And we're going to talk to Sturgis to get the show on the road.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Whenever I'm ready. Now obviously being the Institute character, everything I do from here on is going to be for it's going to be for the Institute. So
okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF.
Can you hear the music playing?
And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
Okay, inside the Institute. Some light. Okay, what have we got? Okay, so here's the terminal. Inside job. Okay, so now I'm going to scan or something here. Logs. Load. Holotape. Initiate the scan. Is that it? Okay, so that part of the job is done.
Hello.
How does he see
I
me?
wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful.
Okay, that's not a camera.
The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please.
Face to face.
Step into the elevator.
Okay, starting a new one. See, institutionalized. Okay, and obviously each faction or quests has their own quests and stuff.
What you think of us? I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute.
Whoa.
This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy. And our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Okay, let's see what's about here. Can't go through there. Why does his hair look different?
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Look, his hair is also different. It's not as dark, it's lighter. Like it looks like an old man. Is it really you?
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
I'm your dad.
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Are you okay?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
It'll be okay.
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here
I
now.
don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Okay.
Please, Sean. I'm your father. Talk to me. Just open the door.
Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Dude, don't move.
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's
Fascinating.
responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father?
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute, just as you mean to your son, to Sean.
Okay, help me understand.
Just help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you. After all this time, it's me. I am your son.
Oh.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
Wasn't right though.
It wasn't right, what they did. Taking you from me like that.
To you, that would certainly seem true. But to the Institute, it made all the sense in the world. At that time, the year 2227, The Institute had made great strides in synth production, but it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Yeah, so they needed specimens, in other words.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone, even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above. Members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
So the synths aren't clones. Well, not exactly clones, but the DNA was the basis, blueprint, or schematic to build them, in other words. It's really you.
Are you following?
Sean. It's really you.
It really is. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Your mother.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Well, she loved you.
Sean, she loved you. So much.
I have no doubt. I'm afraid I have very little experience with those emotions, having lived my life within the Institute. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret, and asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Okay.
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
Okay,
It doesn't matter what they think. What matters is what you do.
I'm glad we see it the same way. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. What else can I say to ease your mind?
okay.
I think I've heard enough for now.
Very well. The Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Yes, it is.
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. I know you've been through so much. I'm pleased to see it has not impaired your judgment. Forgive me. I'd assume that after everything I'm sure you've seen above ground, you would be more than a bit biased against us. There is much to be done. You'll need time to acclimate yourself, a chance to become acquainted with our procedures.
You see, now things are completely changed now with the other profiles I've been playing with. Okay, what's to learn? Is it worth it? Not taking orders.
I'll do whatever it takes. It's worth it.
I am glad to hear that. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Okay, let's see here quickly. Specialized. Okay, so that's part of that one. What else?
Sean, about this synth.
You mean the child? It's a fascinating project, really. There are issues to be solved, of course, but we've made remarkable progress.
He's impressive.
He's definitely impressive.
Yes, it's pushed our technology to the limit. We've gained some valuable insights in terms of both hardware and software. I'll make sure it's brought back online in the near future. You'll have an opportunity to interact with him further. But I'll admit I'm curious. As a parent looking for a child, looking for the younger version of me, what do you think? Do you think you could love him? Like you would a real boy?
Now, why would I do that? I found the real you.
I don't need a synth. I found the real Sean.
Yes, but not the Sean you were looking for. In some ways, the synth is far closer to what you expected. I wouldn't claim to know everything you're feeling, but if in some small way the boy's presence can help, I hope you'll keep an open mind.
Is there anything else?
Sean.
Our advances will, in time, change the world.
Okay, guess not. Yeah, looks like that's the end of that. What is this? Microphone. Let's just check up here again. Computers. Stamp X. Password. Why is he got a password to his own terminal in a very unsecure little thing? Okay, this is the information about Kellogg, who he became, the status report for each division, sent output, advanced systems, operative above ground, operative terminated, retention programs functional, power output. Okay, so nothing much really in there, as we haven't seen already in other ones. Okay, well, it looks like that is going to be the end for this episode.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
I'll see you guys in our next one. Cheers.
You call this a clean floor? Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?